writing team members are myself, Charles Martin, Shane Bailey, Yule Knighton, Juliet Love, Dan Merkin, Valerie Mincy, Philip Toll, and Evelyn Ula. The people that were put onto that writing team were either blessed with it or cursed with it, depending on how their point of view is. Have either got experience writing those proposals in the past, or have demonstrated that they have a desire to do that. So that they should be going up on May 18th to Tallahassee to take all the local plans and roll them into the statewide plan to send up to CDC so we can get money. That's our whole purpose here, is to send. If you don't send the plan, you don't get the money. It doesn't matter how good your plan is, it doesn't change the amount of money you get, but you've got to send one up there to get some. We want to send up the best plan, but having the best plan isn't going to increase the amount of money we get. So that group will take all the local plans and roll them into the statewide plan and move it forward. So for the next, until 3 o'clock, so we can stay on schedule, we'll be moving into our work group breakouts. For the people who are new here, and this is their first time, we have three work groups. We have the methodology work group, and because I get to talk first, I get to say it's the coolest group, and regardless of what anybody else says. We have the champagne and the dancing girls and the dancing guys and all that kind of stuff. Our job is the methodology group comes up with a methodology for the community to set priorities. You know, that table we have in here of MSN is our #1 priority after HIV positives, black heterosexuals, whatever, that grid that we have for each thing. This is the group that comes up with the methodology that you guys fill in the blanks and develop that. We have two other groups. One is special projects, and the other one is needs assessment. And I'll ask Charles Martin, who's going to say his group is the coolest, but and Shane Bailey to discuss their groups, please.
No, my group special project is not the coolest. We're just the ones that really do the work. And what we do is look at issues or problems to help them mesh with all the other issues or writing the plan. So, or if there's a letter that needs to be constructed or anything such as that. So special projects is a little bit more diverse because we can go any kind of way with whatever comes up on the table.
It's the ADHD program.
That's it.
And I'm with the needs assessment work group, and we do all the analysis of the surveys, and we're the ones that don't just talk about working.
So we're going to break into those groups. The special projects will be here. The needs assessment will be over there with Shane, and the methodology will be over there with Juliet is. So if you're new and you want to, you can roam around to the groups and see which ones you really like, or if you have a special interest, please come. And I would recommend that the group leaders take a roll and get email addresses and stuff. The methodology work group went over the plan, the part that we submitted for the state plan. We reviewed what was there. We assessed whether the community had any problems with the methodology we currently had and the technology or the technique to do that. And then we talked about some of the issues revolving around if we go to this eChip model where communities have to access bits and pieces from different pieces of Debbie's and Ebby's and models and stuff like that, and how communities with no resources are going to do that, and if they're going to be able to do it in communities that are smaller than large cities where they have a population to draw upon that has expertise. But that won't be for this particular plan. That'll be an issue we have to address for the next plan. Mr. Charles?
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, what we did in the special projects is that we discovered that a lot of the information about what the areas are doing. Okay. Okay, we discovered that a lot of the information that the plan is asking for is in like the snapshot. So what the areas did was update the information in the snapshot about the interventions that they're doing. And so we have, for everybody who couldn't get it done today, we've set a deadline of Friday, 4/15. That's the date, not the time. And to get that to me, no later than the 18th, we'll give you a little, because there's a weekend coming up. And so we anticipate that we will be all done and have everything submitted to the state in good form and in time for the meeting of the writing group. So it was very interesting. As people said, oh, well, we don't know, really know. God, there it is right there. So the state already has quite a bit of information prepared for us. We just need to update it. I'm sure that's applicable to all of the work groups. So we had a good time as always because we were so loud and we were irritating other groups. But hey, that's us. That's the group.
Thank you, Ms. Love. Professor Bailey.
Yes. Needs assessment group met. We discussed the gaps analysis portion of the needs assessment, and we went through the HIV prevention funding snapshot for 2010, looked at some of the issues that we found within it. We also looked at the results from the needs assessment provider survey that we did, and we were using the funding snapshot, the provider, a survey, and just regular feedback from our group to help to combine to make the gaps analysis portion. And we're pretty much set.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're moving on to the most important thing about our plan that we're sending to the CDC is, you've heard that phrase, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, we're going to be talking about the cover for the plan that we're sending. The Bureau is seeking ideas for the cover design for statewide. We have three choices to think about. One, let the Bureau create the cover, because we know bureaucracies are great at art. Let the group members in this group design something. Or put it out to the whole community. You take it back to your local areas, say, we need some cover art, whoever would like to submit it, please submit it by such and such a date. Then the writing team decides it in their face-to-face meeting on the 18th. So, since I can't make a motion, but if I could, what I would do is make a motion that we examine those three proposals.
I'll make a motion for that.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Don't everybody talk at once.
What, do we need to go around and just kind of vote individually?
The process that I thought we'd go through is I'll ask for the people that want to have the Bureau create a cover. Raise your hands, we'll count those. The people that want this group to create a cover, raise your hand, we'll count those. The ones that want, anybody in the world that wants to create a cover, and we'll count those, and whoever wins, wins.
Okay, that sounds good.
Any discussion on any of those proposals or the process or anything like that?
Can I speak on behalf of one of them?
Sure.
On behalf of the third proposal, I think that is an excellent way to collaborate with our communities. I wish there were, and there may in fact be, some kind of incentive. For instance, if a community agency has the best one, but I like sending it back to the community. That's another way that we can talk about how well we collaborate in our community.
Well, I think the incentive was you'll give them a kiss.
Oh, I love it.
And I thought we talked, I know we're listening to what Juliet said, I know that was one of the things that we talked about as well, was that it was kind of almost like whoever got the artwork, it would be for that area would be, that would be actually the prize. Your prize would be, your area would be, would have that feature on the state plan. So everybody would have the state plan with what Area 11A came up with. Who I'm kind of partial to, but, so that, I thought that, so I'm with that one as well.
Ken?
Yeah, I like number 3 because if you get community input, I know there's a lot of different areas that work with teens, and they're really good on graphics. I'm pretty sure that USA, we used Orlando, one of the schools there, and they came up with the artwork. There's many faces, one voice thing, so that's the better of the 3. You know, because like you said, the bureau is as slow as molasses.
Allison, do you have a date by when you want these?
At least by the 15th. maybe
15th.
16th.
Okay, May 15th.
May.
15th of May would be the deadline. And maybe we can get the Bureau to send out an email to all the HAPCs, RMACs, EICs, contract managers, everybody on this group, everybody in patient care, so it gets widely spread. Giving some kind of parameters they want for the artwork, you know, like it's gotta be 8 by 10, it has to be 2-color or 4-color, black and white copyable or something like that, whatever they want. Yes, ma'am?
Do we have the book that we had last year that had the cover? It was like, I can't explain. Yeah, I thought that was nice.
I don't have it in front of me, but.
Here it is. This is the cover from last year.
Y'all don't like it?
Well,
Not everybody's got to be.
we need a new and improved fund size.
Yeah, I definitely think we need definitely the.
We don't want to turn in the same one because people read these on a regular basis, and we don't want to get confused with last year's report. This is a much better report this year. Any other discussion?
Yes, so if we choose the third one where we have the community, try to come up with a design, are we giving like a certain amount of a number, so we only can have, what, one per area to have reviewed by DOH? I know they have to
No.
go to their.
If 1 million people send in reports, it belongs to the writing team to pick one. Okay, any other discussion? Yes, ma'am,
Who's gonna, choose?
the writing team, if we go with that model. Okay, so, you want to do the county, Mr. Charles?
We got a motion in a second.
Right, so we're going to that, address that if there's no other discussion.
So,
All those in favor of, number 1, the Bureau creating the cover, raise your hand. Allison, put your hand up. Okay, we got those kind of, Charles? Okay.
yeah, I gotta be happy.
Okay. Number 2, this group creates the cover. Okay.
Charles, y'all don't wash my fingers?
Number 3, we get somebody else to do the work. Okay, so Allison, the Bureau will send out an email to God and everybody saying, these are the parameters we need for it. They need to be done by May 15th,
May 16th.
whatever the date is, yeah. The writing team will judge, it'll be part of the writing team's responsibility to select one. The co-chairs get to present certificates to the following. For Area 1, Erica Douglas.
Yeah.
Erica here? No. Mr. Carter. Does somebody from Area 1 or 2B want to take these back to these people? Okay.
Erica.
Ms. Stephens Bowens, Stephen Bowens. Somebody from Area 4 want to take that back? Okay. Delina. The Representative Janet Kitchen.
Dan, I'm over here.
The Representative Jim Roth is here to take his own. 8, Representative Clark Kirby. Somebody may want to take Clark's to him. Representative 10, Donna Markland. Sister Markland.
She's gonna put.
Oh, it's right there.
And last but not least, Mr. Ken Barker. We'd like to thank you for your service. We're sad to see you go.